Hello everyone, it's Kathy and you're back here on my YouTube channel, Kathy's Random Acts of Stamping. As many of you know, I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I'm located here in the beautiful state of North Carolina. But if you're currently not working with a demonstrator and you are interested in any products that you see me or any other demonstrator use, I would absolutely love the opportunity to earn your business, be your mentor and your friend, as well as help you along your stamping journey. So keep that in mind. If you are interested in purchasing any of the Stampin' Up products, we have some tremendous sales going on right now. I'm going to cover that in just a minute. But this is not the main emphasis for my video. We're actually going to cover in this I didn't know I needed to know. We're going to cover two things. One is how to read our catalog, and two is I'm going to cover reading your ruler. So let's get started first with the catalog. When I showed the flyer the other day with the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine that's on sale, along with several of our bundles, and all of these bundles that they pulled will work in with this mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So I wanted to show you how in your regular catalog, if you do decide to purchase that, how you can tell. There are certain codes that are set up in our catalog, and on page 4 it will tell you here, watch for these catalog icons. They did not put the one here for the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, but I am going to show you in just a minute where you can find that. But right here, if you see an N, and usually the N's are in red, that is a new product. That means it's brand new to that catalog. So in this case, it would be new to our annual catalog, because sometimes we bring back a product that was a fan favorite, and they'll carry it over for another year, sometimes 2 or 3 years, depending on the popularity. Also, if you see the little double flower and it says reversible, it means that the stamp can be stamped on either side. So you have an image on one side and then you can flip it over and there's another image on the other side. I have some of those, and I'll try to remember to pull those and show them to you. If you have this one that says distinctive, those are the flowers that you actually stamp, and they are colored already for you, like the dahlia that I did, that beautiful dahlia card that I did. That was an example of the distinctive. If you see a little clock, these are quick and easy projects, so if they're for somebody that wants something quick and easy, that would be what you'd look for. And then in the catalog, it will also tell you that you can choose the stamp set in English or French. So EN, of course, for English, and FR for French. These are little codes that's throughout the catalog, and I'm just going to open up to this page right here, and it's got an EN and an FR. So when you order that, if you use the number here, you're going to get English, but there in the on the website you can choose English or French. So as long as you're using the number that's in the U.S. catalog, you should be fine. The other thing that I wanted to show you, if you go over to the back to the dies. Now here's where all of our dies are at, and if you see this one, this is the floral squared, or the bundle all squared away, which is this one that's featured on this flyer right here. That one has the little mini machine beside of it. When you see that little green die cut machine that says mini, these are compatible with the mini die cut machine. So this makes it easy, if that's the machine that you have, to look through here and you can see that one will work with it, and that is the Batif bouquet. This is the beautiful trees. That one will work. You come down there, these don't, you would need the bigger one. This one right here called the Hats Off bundle, that will work. The grapevine one will work with the mini. The hydrangeas will work with the mini. So there are several of our sets that will definitely work. The Plentiful Plants bundle, which I love, love, love that particular bundle, that will work with your mini. The Pansy dies will work with the mini. So there are quite a few, and you just have to look through the catalog and see. All of these all of these and all of those will work with your mini die cut machine. So there's a lot of them. And if you go to your embossing folders the same way. Here is the embossing folders, and if you see that little emblem that says mini, and it's on the ones that will go into the mini die cut machine. So you have 3 on this page and 3 on this page that will coordinate with the mini machine. And so if that machine is more into your price point, then this would be a great time to get it, because this machine is regularly $60 and it's on sale till the end of March for $48. If you are interested in this, I would say purchase it quick. I don't know if it's going to go into back order, because I know a lot of people that's been waiting for this sale are going to grab these up. And during this celebration or the sale period, you can also purchase any of these sets at 20% off. So they have the regular price, like the Quiet Meadow. That's a beautiful floral set. You can get that for $47. That's the stamp and the die. It was regularly $59. So you can see there is definitely some savings to be had if you are interested in any of this between now and the end of March. So I wanted to get that out of the way, and then we're going to go ahead and move. A lot of people don't know that our catalog does give you all the information that you need to know. Also, if you are interested in a catalog and you have not ordered from me in the past, I would say if you have not ordered from me in the last 6 months, please shoot me an email, and you don't have to do anything but put catalog in the subject line and add your address into the body of the email, and I will make sure that you get on my mailing selector to get the new catalog. The new annual catalog is being released in, I think, June, the end of June, or the first, no, either the end of May or the 1st of June. So get that information to me ASAP. I would love to make sure you get a catalog. Okay, so now the main reason that I wanted to come on and do this video is I hear so many people that struggle with their measurements. So I actually found this little guide on Pinterest, and I went ahead and printed it out, and I'm going to see if I can scan this down and put it into the file. So if you are on my Facebook group, if you're not, go over and join it. The link to my Facebook group is in the description below this video. Click on that link, and that will take you over to the Facebook page, and just request to join. Anytime I have a template, a PDF or anything like that, I usually put it over there. The sale flyers, if you wanted to access the sale flyer, the new Waves of the Ocean, this flyer is there that shows you all of the items that's available there. So all of that is over on that Facebook group. It's just a good way for me to use that as my blog. So I am using my Facebook page pretty much like my blog. So everything that you need to know, any sales that have come about, any type of templates or PDFs, you can find them there. Okay, with that being said, this right here is measuring 1 inch. I love the way this is. I did one of these early on in my YouTube channel. I'm going to get my Take Your Pick tool so that I can have a pointer. And this is great for pointing. So if you count, you won't count this first line, you'll start counting here. So when you look at your ruler, and I'm going to lay this one right here, hoping that you can see. When I look at this ruler and I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This ruler is not broken up into 16ths, it's broken up into 8ths. This is how you will know whether your ruler is broken into 16ths, or 8ths, or quarters, which are 4ths. Most rulers do at least 8ths. My Stampin' Up trimmer does 16ths, and I'm going to show you. Let me pull this up, and I'm going to bring you in as close as I can. I think that'll do it. So when you look at these markings, and I'm not looking at the ones at the top, just the ones here at the bottom. So I'm not going to count the long one because that does not count. We're going to start with that first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then that's 16. So there are 16 of these marks in between the 1 and the cut line. So that's letting me know, or we could even count it over here. This might even be better, going from 1 to 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that lets you know that there are 16 marks, which each one of those is 1/16. I know that this can be so confusing for so many people, but it doesn't have to be. It really doesn't have to be. So let me zoom you back out. I'm going to keep you kind of close because I want you to be able to see this. This is so nice because it is broken up into, that first line would be 1/16. 1/8 is 2/16 because 2 will go into 16 2 times, but that would give you, if you did the fraction, it would be 2 over 16, which is, you divide it out and it's 1/8. So you would have 1/16, 2/16, 3/16. A quarter is 4/16 because 4 will go into 16 4 times. And then you'll have 5/16, 6/16, which are 3/8, 7/16, and then you have a half. A half is actually 8/16 because that would be a half of an inch. And then as you keep counting over, you're going to have your different 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then your 2-inch mark. So this breaks it down beautifully, and if you have difficulty knowing where to count to get to 5/8, this longer mark right here is your 8s. So if, say, you needed 5/8, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You would only count those 8th marks. You would not count the little marks. So you would skip over the little mark and go to the next one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7/8. Most of the time you're going to need 8s, either 1/8, 3/8, 5/8, or 7/8. So there's your 8s, and then of course you go down to what we're more used to, which is our quarters, our fourths. So 1/4, and then you have a half, and then you have 3/4, and then of course you have a whole. So you have 3 of those that are broken down. And if you notice, a half is actually 2/4, because this would be 1 and this would be 2. So 2/4 is a half. And then the next one would be your 3/4, and then you would have a whole. I hope that this will help explain and help you in understanding. I think most of us are pretty good with our quarter inches and of course half inches. That's so easy. But when we get up into the 8s and the 16ths, now I have no problem with my 8s, but I did at one point have a hard time with my 16ths, but I have since mastered it. And by seeing it broken down like this, it helps me quite a bit in understanding 16ths. You just have to remember that 2/16 is an 8, 4/16 is a quarter, and 8/16 is a half, and so forth. So it breaks it down, makes it very, very easy to understand exactly how your 16ths work. Like I said, I will definitely post this over on my Facebook page, and that way you can grab this. I did not make this. This is something I found on Pinterest, and it was a shareable link. So I'm going to make sure that I have it over there for y'all to print this out, put it on your craft desk until you master your 16ths. If you master your 16ths, everything else will fall into place. So easy. I hope that will help you in conquering your measurements and how you need to go about having being able to read your ruler or your trimmer. It's so important to be able to read these measurements when you are cutting, because it can make the difference in getting a card that fits perfectly with your mats, whatever you're doing, and especially if you're doing a fun fold. A lot of times when we do fun fold cards, we have to go to these 16ths and 8ths that normally we try to steer away from because new crafters have a hard time with that. But I hope if you're new to my channel that this is going to help you, and even if you're not new to my channel and you struggle with measurements, I am so hoping that this PDF is going to make a difference in your crafting. Thanks so much for tuning in for this quick little, I didn't know I needed to know that. And God bless and keep you. And as I always say in closing, let everything that you do and say bring glory to our Father in heaven. He is so worthy of our praise and our honor. So think about that before you open your mouth, before you let your temper get the better of you, before you fly off the handle with someone, or you open your mouth and say the wrong thing. Think about, would that bring glory to my Father in heaven? And if it doesn't, don't do it. It's just that simple. And I know sometimes controlling our tongue can be the hardest thing, but think about what you say and do before you do it. Even our actions on the road. So many times I've passed someone and they would just, give me that, as they said on the Beverly Hillbillies, the Beverly Hills howdy. That's probably really dating me, but you know what I'm talking about. People can be so rude, and just for the simplest actions. But anyway, just think about it before you let your temper flare and you react in a negative way. It never will bring glory to our Father. So thank you so much for tuning in. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being so faithful to my channel. Please leave me a comment and let me know if this was helpful for you and if you plan on downloading this. If you have difficulty or you're not on Facebook, email me. My email address is down below under the description box, and I will make sure that I email you a copy of this if you cannot access it on Facebook. Thanks so much. God bless and keep you. And until we craft again, bye-bye.